You hate gas guns. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is a live show on July 20th, 2016, and right here I've got Bill O'Brien, Panther Bill. Greg Wong is currently in transit here. Hopefully he shows up safe and sound. Oh, it's in North Carolina, right. We've also got Spencer, the Teddy Bear Wessels, Combat Teddy Bear Wessels, or Spencer the Muscles Wessels, or Spencer the guy with the sunglasses Wessels, or Spencer's the guy with the short salmon and sunglasses Wessels. So we're going to talk about any number of things, such as video games, and events, and more games and guns. Right, Bill?
Indubitably.
God bless America. All right. Now, we've actually got a lot of stuff coming out soon. First and foremost of which I want to tell you guys about, we've got our 2016 Mystery Patch Package available right now. There's, I believe, less than 50 of those left. And if you guys aren't familiar with our patch packages, essentially you put in $5 and you get a chance of winning at least a patch. If not, you can get... You going to grab a chair?
I was going to close the door.
God bless America. You can get a patch, or you can have a chance of winning a $1,000 GI shopping spree.
Well, there's also like 500 and 250 and like a bunch of other ones in there.
I'm getting there. There's like over $4,000 worth of gift cards to AirsoftGI.com in this patch package. So you could win $20, $50, $75. Like Bill said, $250, $500, or even a $1,000 GI shopping spree. So just think of what you guys could get for $1,000 on AirsoftGI.com.
One thing I like to point out, just look at your shirt on the screen.
Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry, guys, if any of you are having seizures because of my damn shirt. I had an audition earlier today, and this is what I was wearing. So, all right. So yeah, we've got our 2016 Mystery Patch Package. Just don't miss out. It's only $5, and there's only a few of them left. So get on it while you can, because it's really cool when you surprisingly win something that awesome.
Yeah. And then we got another one going live tomorrow.
We do. We have, what was the name of it again? It's the Boneyard?
Yeah, I think it's just called the Boneyard Mystery Box.
Yeah, the Boneyard Mystery Box.
12 noon.
If you guys... Ooh, Spencer joined my live stream? Liveception. If it's going to live tomorrow at noon.
Noon Pacific Standard Time.
So if you guys aren't familiar with our Boneyard mystery boxes, we have a Boneyard, and it's essentially guns that we put in there that we've tacked on, or guns that don't completely function. I mean, Spencer can probably give a. Why don't you explain the Boneyard? Come on.
Okay.
Bring your stool.
Do you want to grab your stool in the box?
Bring your green hat.
I'll grab the box too.
Okay. So, well, basically, what's in there right now is, so we want to put something in the box that we're going to have a chance to like work on and possibly get running. Mm-hmm. So like if it's something that's broken and completely unfixable, we just throw it away. Like we're not going to send it to you. So
of course
it has to be possible to fix. So currently mostly what's in there right now is basically like RMA returns, like something that might have gotten scratched or wasn't functional when it came to the original customer. And then or even when it was test fired before it even got sent out, it failed testing for whatever number of reasons. Like literally, we go through and we pull the sheet out that says, oh, it was just shooting 20 FPS too low, or it had a scratched front sight or something like that. We just pull that out and throw it away. So we don't test fire them. So some of them actually might function, but if anything, it's going to be a super cheap something that you can like open up and work on, and we're breaking.
Sorry, guys.
Well, I believe you brought this over as an example, correct?
Yeah. So I just actually the boxes are already sealed up, so they said to bring an example over. So I just cut the top box open and pulled this out. Like I have to go put this back in the box when I get back to the other building. But so it's an Echo 1 Igor that I don't know. It's missing some kind of there's the parts right there.
Here's the parts right here.
So this is like taken apart, but the parts are over here. I don't know what's wrong with it. It looks like it's mostly there.
Yeah. So pretty much I think that's what's really cool about our Boneyard is that, before, and I use this example often, is that at some of our sales, like our Boneyard sales, where people can go through the Boneyard, you can find, a gun that's mostly functional with maybe like just a few small things wrong with it. Like I know there was a couple years back, there was a father and son duo that came into our Boneyard, found an M249 saw that I think is priced like at $100 or $80 or something, and the only thing busted was the fuse. So they just had to go down to Home Depot, get a new fuse, and they had a fully functional saw.
I picked up years ago a JG AUG 3 for, I want to say it was like $50, and it was just a wire needed to be resoldered.
Yeah, that's a great thing about the Boneyard in general. And also, you could get a gun, you could get external parts, you could get internal parts, you could get an array of things. So,
well, most of the boxes, at least for this particular one, every single one has a gun in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think there's like 90% of them have some like external parts as well.
How much of them?
Most of them will have like extra external parts.
Like on top of that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Every single one of them has a gun.
Wow. Yeah, it's kind of tough to like put on the actual page like what everyone's gonna get, because usually on a mystery box it'll show you like what you could possibly get, but with the Boneyard there's just like it's a random like jumble of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And then like we packed those boxes like 2 months ago, so I don't even remember what's in there. It's like,
Well, that's gonna be very random for sure. Someone was actually commenting. I can't remember if it was on the live stream on YouTube or on the Facebook one, but they're saying we should do. Do you guys remember when we did that Lion Claws Crew Challenge?
Yeah.
You remember that?
I wasn't here for that, but I remember that
What?
video.
We each had different classes for Lion Claws, and we each like came up with our own kit. We even went to like Goodwill to like make it happen.
that's right. Okay.
Yeah. But someone was suggesting we should do something like that, but for Milson West, because that's more involved. Obviously, if we did Russian gear, I mean, we don't sell that stuff.
Good luck with it. It's like you can't go to like a surplus store,
Mm.
at least in California, and
No.
get any of that.
No, you can't. Make more sense to make NATO great again and do a NATO kit. So, yes. I can't take credit for coming up with that. Anyway,
That's funny.
that being said, check out the Boneyard Mystery Box is dropping tomorrow at noon. If you guys haven't yet, get on the 2016 Mystery Patch Package. That is going to be something you won't want to miss out on. Also, as well, we've got games coming up this weekend in both Texas and in on the East Coast. In Virginia, we've got BB Wars Battlefront Spider Hole. It's going to be at Augusta Airsoft. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's sponsored by Vulcan Airsoft. We also have the Great Battle Buddy Battle up at, I believe, D14. I know, it's very creative, right? Up at D14 Airsoft, and that is also going to be a lot of the proceeds from that game are going to be going to help local law enforcement. They're going to be donating to law enforcement charities, so you should head on out there and donate money to a really great cause. In addition, Tex is going to be having a sale that Saturday for people to gear up before that game. So make sure to head on out to Texas. We actually just shipped out one set of Galactac armor, so they'll be able to use it in their game. Going to be a little hot in that thing.
Yeah, I don't know what's like the temperature. What's the temperature like in Texas right now?
Hot.
Humid.
I have no idea, actually.
It's probably hotter than here.
Yeah, probably.
And probably got a good amount of humidity and
Mm-hmm.
bugs.
Yep. No, Texas is known for their snow. That being said, now, Spencer, you play Airsoft, per se, right?
Yeah, every now and then.
Every now and again. I'm kind of curious because we ever so rarely get to have you on this show with such short shorts. But what would be your favorite role when you play Airsoft? Like, do you like playing assaulter, guy using the DMR, sniper? I mean, what do you like to do?
I don't really get a chance to like change that up a whole lot. I have all those guns, but I don't know. For typically, like, I will get sent. Like, okay, so anytime we go to an MSW game for the past like, oh god, I don't remember how long ago that was. Maybe 2 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing platoon leader,
Really?
and then just this year, I stepped down so that one of our other guys could just start doing platoon leader, and he can like learn all that stuff. So I'm like doing squad leader stuff now. So usually, like, I mean, if you're doing that kind of position, you don't want to have like a special weapon. So maybe I'll have like a grenade launcher under the.
Last time I saw you in an MSW game, you had a grenade launcher.
Yeah, we usually do
Australians.
like spend a crazy amount of money on explosives.
What's up?
Greg Wong is
There we
here.
go. He's finally here.
I
I've
gotta
been
s-
replaced.
I gotta say, you guys are pretty well equipped with explosives.
Yeah, we could spend a few $1,000s on that for each game.
Good.
For each
Dude.
game.
Talking about
Bruh.
Wilson West?
Good
Ah.
lord.
Bro.
We're an explosive.
See you guys. Greg's taking my spot.
We actually, there's a question I actually want to address here because we've been actually dealing with it for a while now. Hey, Bob, how come the Rebels usually win in BB Wars events? It's really interesting because I've noticed, you know, I try and plan as many of the BB Wars events to be as equal as possible. And sometimes, like, you can only plan for so much, and it's really up to the players on the field. And what we've noticed at a lot of the events is that the Rebel side seems to be more motivated, at least in the last 7 or 8 events. Like, the numbers will be equal, or the Imperial side will have a numerical advantage or a tactical advantage, and the Rebels will still pull through. So a lot of it really has to do with motivation and teamwork, at least as far as I'm concerned from what I know.
That's what I saw at Water Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, like, even though it was, like, really hot out there, everyone's super gung-ho. Like, Andrew, the guy who works at Disneyland, he was just all in it. He was running LM4 mags in the heat,
Wow.
too. So I'm like,
Damn.
that got hydrated.
Oh yeah, I'll bet. Well, I mean, the Rebels did have a slight numerical advantage in that game, but yeah, the Imperials were getting toasted on that one.
It was interesting because halfway through the day, the position switched because the hill is such a very distinct point of that field, and there's a lot of no man's land pretty much surrounding that entire point. So it was interesting how that battle played out.
Someone is saying, Spencer, show us some boon. I feel like the B is supposed to be another letter.
The what?
Boon.
Boon.
I think it means boon. Anyway, all right, let's see. Now, Greg, you got some stuff to show us here, right?
Yes. So this is the Mega Arms M15A4 CQB. I'm not to my classic Army terms there. This is the Mega Arms MKM AR-15 CQB. So this is going to be the new platform. This is essentially a shorter package of the Mega Arms. What is cool is that all future LM4 or any kind of M4 variants of M4s coming from PTS will come with the grip and the enhanced polymer stock. I'm really excited the fact that the stock is done, because the fact that this is going to be coming with the new gun, and it actually should be here either next week or the week after, that means the stocks are done too. So finally the entire line will be essentially complete. Yeah, basically more or less. But yeah, little steps toward conquering the galaxy right there. But what's great, this one's a little dressed up. As you can see, it's a key mod package. I got the D-balls on here. I'm a big fixed front sight guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of guys like flip-up sights and stuff like that. The reason I stick with the flip-up or the standard sight, you may or may not agree, it's the first thing you typically see, like as a
Yeah, it's
reference
front
point.
side indexing.
Yeah, front to side indexing. So it's kind of like it's a fixed reference point. It's reliable. I mean, who's gonna be spending time flipping that stupid thing up and down in battle anyway? So I typically run with sights up either way, even if I have a red dot. This one, the actual rifle won't come with it, but this one just happens to have our Mega Arms enhanced charging handle here. So for gas users out there, it's definitely really, really nice. There's no arms that actuate. It's basically just all tension. So you can blade, you can use it like a standard charging handle. But yes, this gun should be coming in very, very soon. So.
I definitely really like those Mega Arms charging handles. They really help out when you're trying to charge it pretty quickly in stressful conditions, and they also look cool.
Yeah.
So.
And you still have your PTS LM4.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
Oh, one thing to mention too. So all the future mags, they're gonna have an enhanced feed lip. So this one might be able to see it. So the feed lip is actually bigger because there was a problem with all pre-existing LM4 mags. It's basically you're trying to stuff a balloon through a doorway, and so that was causing problems. So I was actually like pushing for this huge change because I was like, hey, we need to redesign the feed lip to be something better. So this is the enhanced feed lip. So this is going to be coming out with all the future mags, and anyone who has the old legacy mags, we're going to have a program so people can actually upgrade.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty awesome. I definitely like how the receiver is on this gun.
The builded receiver.
Yep.
Super dope.
Now I got a comment in here saying that Spencer on the Facebook live stream looks pissed. On a level of 1 to Spencer, how pissed are you?
Oh, it's just like always my face.
RBF.
I have.
Resting B face.
Yeah.
Nice, classic. Yeah, see, look at that right there. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, no, I've definitely used the MKMs from PTS before. They're really fun guns. I definitely like the setup you have on there with the red dot and the backup sights. That's pretty cool.
I'm glad that it's coming with the enhanced furniture. Before, the regular MKM just came with a regular crane stock and came with a regular grip. But even the regular LM4s now. So the regular LM4s that KWA are making are going to be coming with our grip too. So you're going to be seeing these a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah, cool.
Awesome.
Free.
I do like that grip. That is very comfortable.
That's the compact. There's also the standard. The compact is pretty cool though. I do kind of like it a lot.
Yeah, I miss using my L4. I haven't actually taken it out of the box in a while.
Might be time to dust that baby off.
Might be time.
Yes.
I'll actually be using the Crytek LVOA, which was on the wall but was taken away quite quietly and ninja-like by our graphics department.
Really soon.
Yes, guys, if you haven't, or if you were in the California area or at all on the West Coast, you should make it out to BB Wars Origins Airsoftology, which will be happening next weekend, July 30th, 31st at GamePod Combat Zone. It's sponsored by Crytek. So Tim and the rest of the Crytek crew will be there from Chris USA, and they'll be dropping some sweet raffle prizes. And also, if you do get a ticket to BB Wars Origins Airsoftology, you're going to get a one-time use only $50 coupon, or $50 off the Trident Mark II series. So if you know you want one of those, or one of your friends wants it, get a ticket to the game. It's essentially going to cover your cost for the game, or at least for one day, and you or your friend could use that $50 off coupon. Oh, this is a good question. What's the reason for the flat trigger?
Okay, so
I mean, that's not a
basically,
flat trigger,
it's
really.
not a flat trigger, more or less. It's just an enhanced stock trigger. What's interesting is if you look at the standard LM4 trigger, it's very, very curved. So essentially, just by the physically dimensions of the way it's designed, it kind of lengthens this. Like the amount of slack doesn't necessarily change, but because the trigger is curved a little bit more, it makes it feel like you're drawing more and more until you hit the wall. And that's kind of one of the reasons why people like the flat trigger. It kind of changes the position of your finger on the trigger, and so essentially it's just a. It feels like it's shorter travel, and in ways you get better control of the trigger.
Nice.
So
Okay.
it makes the trigger you set really nice.
Roger that. Yeah, I feel like I've seen more and more companies that come out with guns with flat triggers or definitely custom trigger stock.
You do see a lot of Polar Star users running flat triggers and stuff like that on their guns. But it's a really nice look. I like this because it's kind of in between. It's not quite a flat trigger, but it's still better than the stock one. But it still blends with the rest of the rifle.
BFG. Now, Spencer, do you have an opinion on flat triggers?
I don't have any in my guns, so like I've never extensively tried one. But I mean, usually it is like a shorter perceived draw.
Now, this is not completely related, but I do want to talk about video games because you've had a chance to play Battlefield 1. You're knee deep in Hello Kitty Island Adventure, so
and Pokemon Go.
Yeah, it's a South Park joke. But that being said, Greg Wong, if you haven't checked out his channel, Spartan117GW, go check it out after this live stream. But Greg has had a chance to play Battlefield 1 quite a bit lately, and there's one thing I got to ask / tell you, Greg.
Right.
Why is your aspect ratio set so wide? It looks like
you
your
watched
gun
my
is so
gameplay,
far out.
See, it was funny because when we did the live stream for the EA press conference, they wanted to keep everything stock. So for the press conference, we played with stock settings. While we were testing it, I maxed that sucker out because I like having the wider field of view. It looks kind of weird, and I'm not gonna lie, it makes you feel like you're running faster. And then when you switch back to a regular aspect ratio, you're like, God, I'm not running very fast at all. So I don't know, maybe it's like a mentality thing. I just feel like I'm moving faster, and having a wider field of view just picks things up easier. I don't have to have a crazy sensitivity. I play with a pretty stock sensitivity, so I can pick things up like, oh, there's a guy over there. And with Battlefield 1, especially if you're running like the assault class, that class is actually very run and gun. So you can actually, like, having that wide field of view, once you get inside the house, and it gets really crazy because some guys are running bolt guns or semi-autos, it really helps you clean them up a lot faster. And just pick targets up. So,
Yeah, I think just the thing for me is that like your arms look so
that
long
was one
in
thing I
that.
noticed. I don't know if the animators had anticipated how, because I think it was like we played like pre-alpha, and then the alpha build was what they showed on the floor, and then now the closed alpha is going right now. But it's mainly I think they're just working on the animations really.
Okay.
Battlefield still looks kind of.
We actually got a good question here. One, Brian Clarkson is saying, Spencer, get off your phone. So we're going to have to listen to him. Thank you, Brian Clarkson. I really appreciate that. Also, Harrison Wiltsey, awful last name, saying Spencer is my favorite. Okay, Spencer, what's your favorite anime?
Oh, God.
No, that's not an anime.
No, I'm thinking,
Think harder. Jeez. It's a serious question.
who is that, Rich?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's Brian Clarkson again.
Oh, Brian Clarkson.
Yes.
Probably You're Under Arrest or something like that. Something super old.
What is your highest level Pokemon?
Oh, 521. I've been playing lately.
521.
Only 521, yeah.
I mean, I'm level
mine's
6.
not that
so.
high. I've been very distracted.
Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
I'm just still trying to figure out how the eggs work.
Oh, well, you incubate the egg and you walk.
No, I know. I literally had someone explain it to me just 2 days ago. So, that being said, I actually want to go back a little bit. Just to remind everyone, we still have our 2016 mystery patch package available. Throw in $5, you're going to at least get a patch or have a chance to win something a whole lot more, like a $250, a $500, or a $1,000 Airsoft GI shopping spree for only $5. Also, we do have our Boneyard mystery box going live tomorrow at noon. Spencer, can you give us some more examples of what you might get in the Boneyard mystery box, just from your memory putting stuff in there?
There's probably going to be a bunch of like I think there's a bunch of Echo One MP5s, like the older model, like SG1 and SG2s that came out like 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
They were just had laying around, not doing anything. So those, and then maybe some like JG-G36s in there.
Okay, so definitely a lot of good options, or at least some options for you guys to start trying to tech. Now, I believe the mystery box is available for $50. You're going to have a wide variety of things you could get in there, so definitely check it out tomorrow at noon o'clock. Now, Greg, to go back to you, are you going to be at BB Wars Origins Airsoftology?
Yes, I'll be there. You know, Game Pod's like one of my favorite fields in the entire country, if not the world.
Mm-hmm.
At least the ones that I've played at. Craig's a great guy. I mean, every time I go there, I always have a good time. There's a great crew. The NorCal crew of players is very, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got great rules. I never have a problem every time I go up there, so I'm going there for some good action. Yeah.
Now, Spencer, have you played Game Pod?
I have not. No.
Oh, man, you're missing out. Now, are you going to come up and join us for the game? I know some guys from the walk-in store heading up there on Saturday
When is
night.
It's the end of the month, like
30th, 31st.
Yeah. I'm crashing at Craig's house, so I'm crashing with you,
Pretty
Craig.
sure that I'm busy that weekend.
You whore. Anyway, it would be good to have you guys up there, especially because it's really fun to play Airsoft with or against Spencer. A lot of fun stories there. Anyway, that being said, looking forward to having you coming out there. Which side are you going to be on?
Well, I am.
This is going to get
I'm
real
playing
awkward.
for the Empire, okay?
Greg. It's funny because Greg actually headed out to Tim for about 4 and 4.5, and he actually bought tickets for both sides. So live on our previous live stream with Tim and I here, Tim was bragging about having Greg on his team, and I was like, no, Greg's on my team. And then we looked and we're like, Greg's on both teams. Oh,
I think that's one of my favorite live show or best Airsoft moments ever. It was just like, I pranked both of them.
Yeah, that was a funny moment.
I did end up playing both sides. It was just crazy how that game was so big that you had to have a second day because people came from everywhere to play there. So
Well, I don't get it because people bought their plane tickets in their hotels before they bought a ticket to the game.
people were just excited.
Yeah,
man.
no, we definitely had a lot
draw.
of stuff coming out. Mega Minibin, please forgive me if I horribly mispronounce that. When is the next Texas event? The next Texas event is this weekend on Sunday. It's July 24th. It's going to be at D14 Airsoft. It's the Great Battle Buddy Battle, and a lot of the proceeds are going to go to support the local law enforcement community. So, yeah, it should be a fun game.
That's a cool game, because wasn't the concept of the idea is that you go and you can bring a buddy. So essentially, I mean, that's a perfect weekend to bring new players out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or if you have a team, because it's only half your team is really, hey man, in any day it's going to be a good way to play. So.
Are we going to restock the Euphrates Giga Ape, which is a great name for a gun, by the way?
What is that?
We're not. That was a special one-off custom. We're definitely not going to make another one.
There's a lot of laughs underneath that. However, and correct me if I'm wrong, if any of you guys out there like a custom gun that our tech department has done, you can always call up our customer service line and tell them what kind of budget you have, and they can work with you to make it as close to that gun as we can physically do. Correct?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So if it's not in stock or there's something that you wanted to buy and someone already bought it, give our customer service line a call. Let us know your budget, and they can work with the tech department to make that gun happen for you as close as we can. Spencer, can you flex?
Okay.
Wow, look at
That's
that.
that
All
tech
right.
muscle right there.
Okay.
It's just turning screwdrivers. That's it.
All day. Okay, yeah, I'm sure that's all it is. What do you eat before a battle? This is for all you guys.
Well, nothing that you're going to throw up, hopefully.
I would disagree
But I
there.
mean, a good breakfast is always nice. I think what's almost as important, if not more important, is what do you eat in the middle of the day between battles? Like a little bit of protein, or like Quaker. Like if you're at Milson West, for example, like little Quaker. Like all I had was those Quaker chocolate chip bars, sugar, and then you had a little bit of protein, and the grains. That's all I needed the whole weekend, and obviously water. But yeah, beef jerky is always really good too, because you just need the protein, the energy, and something to get you going. Yeah.
What about you, Spencer? And tears of my enemies do not count.
If it's a Milsom West game, usually like a super light breakfast, and then usually before the game I'll kind of eat nothing.
Really?
And then
Stay light.
yeah, because usually you're worrying about doing so much stuff that you don't have really time to eat.
That's why I snack the entire time. I never really,
Yeah,
unless it's dedicated
I'll
chow
eat
time.
try and make myself eat a dinner because some Milsom West games are really cold. And
So I've
they're
heard.
bent.
Yeah.
We were close to freezing to
Oh my
death.
God.
We had the improper stuff. So I try and force myself to eat something hot at night to keep my body temperature up. But yeah, mainly it's just foraging and snacking, nuts and Cliff Bars are pretty good.
Yeah, throughout the day, you don't really have time to unless they really set aside time. You don't have time to be okay,
Yeah.
off December, I've got
A
half an hour to
typical
eat.
thing I'll do is just a can of Spam, and
Alright.
just eat it straight cold.
Wow.
And like usually me and another guy will split it
You're
because
just
there's
hangry,
so
man.
much
Yeah.
protein and fats in it
That's true.
that.
And you're gonna burn it.
And the
Yes.
teriyaki one tastes like what is it called from Hawaiian
Teriyaki
barbecue.
spam?
I think even light spam is like 80% fat. Yeah, it's pretty
So much
impressive.
energy.
Survival. Mills and West survival tips.
Yeah. I also want to throw a shout out. We've got Dave Bax in the house, which is always a great guy and always fun to hang out with. We also have Jim Hansen here on the Facebook live stream. How's it going, Jim? Great
I
to
think
see
all
you
my
again.
friends are in this now.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I actually haven't seen Jim since like MSW, the Cosmic Offensive last year.
Yeah.
So, good guy, and he was very fun to play with. Hopefully, they'll be going to TKI. All right. Well, I would agree with you guys on most of that. I mean, those are some very creative choices for the MSW games. I definitely think snacking on beef jerky is definitely a good thing. In the morning, I'm generally kind of lazy, so I will go to like get some sort of breakfast menu item from like McDonald's or something. But throughout the day, yeah, like beef jerky or small snacks here and there. And if you have time for an MRE, that's always great. That's what I use at the MSW games because it was easy.
The magical term is situation dictates.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Randy Hill Fitness, nice. That's good. All right, let's see if there are any questions we can answer.
I'm gonna bail out shortly too.
Unacceptable, Spencer. All right, well, Spencer,
Slip away.
do you have any more comments for our audience about the mystery box coming up tomorrow at noon, or anything else going on in the daily life of Spencer Wessels?
Oh god.
Load.
Those are really boring subjects.
Oh, God.
Buy the mystery boxes. They're super cheap.
Well,
It's worth the money.
Then tell us about your philosophy behind short shorts. Then
Oh, short shorts. These are actually swimming shorts. You go to H&M. They're super cheap.
you buy at H&M.
The first time I went to H&M for the first time, I went to the store to buy clothes. For the first time in like 10 years because I buy everything on eBay.
Oh yeah.
And I bought short shorts because it's summer in California.
It's hot.
You never know when you have to swim, so
What do you mean you never know when you have to swim?
I can just jump in the oceans.
Yeah, you could.
He's
Yeah.
versatile.
No, you never know. Never know. All right, well, guys, just want to thank Spencer for being on the show. It's not often we get him on here. But also, if you guys ever want any custom gun work done, Spencer, head of our tech department, make sure to hit up our customer service department. Let them know your budget. Let them know what you want to do, and the tech department, customer service department will work with you to make that happen. Spencer, God bless America. Good seeing you on here again.
Good to teach you.
Dude,
All
if
right.
you dream it, he can build it.
All right. Let's see here. Okie dokie.
A long face.
The long face. When is the Mega Arms 308 coming out?
All right, that is still coming. I actually thought that was gonna land before this one, but this one actually had a really fast turnaround time, relatively fast turnaround time. So this one will be hitting first. The Mega will be hitting later this year. So, but yeah, that one's very close to being done.
Well, that's good. I mean, I definitely know that was a pretty good hit at SHOT Show.
Most of it is production time and just getting it shipped over here. That's the biggest thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. No, Spencer couldn't flex before he leave. I'm sorry about that, Mini 100 vids. That being said, Greg, are there any games that you're coming to besides BB Wars, Origins, Airsoftology?
Let's see. Definitely gonna be doing Copperhead. BB Wars. I know Josh wants me to go to the Classic Army game that's like 2 weeks after BB Wars, so I might go to that if I can. I think what else. BB Wars. I mean, like my brain is like thinking about all the way up to Copperhead, and then it like blacks out.
Yeah.
Because I'm so excited for Copperhead because it's such a cool AO and stuff like that. Still debating about, because what's cool about Copperhead, you can actually, if you have a team, it could be worth it. If you're there for the whole week and you've driven like really far, you can actually, I think, rent one of the houses that's on the site.
Yeah.
Some of them have AC, or actually I think they have AC, but some of them even have internet and TV and stuff.
Yeah, there are houses on site, and there's even a couple ranches and compounds around there that you can rent for that game for
Yeah,
surprisingly
Elite Force
cheap.
did that last year.
Yes,
had,
they
like,
did.
The compound.
It was impressive. I was only there for one night because our tents blew over. Let's see. Oh, hey, what's up, Zane Case? You're fishing in the middle of the day. I'm so jealous. Anthony Cueva, can I get a shout out for my father, Alvino? Would be very much appreciated. Yes, Alvino, your shout out is approved. All right. Well, this is a question I haven't seen in a while. Would you rather fight a Godzilla-sized Wolverine or a Wolverine-sized Godzilla? Definitely going to go with a Wolverine-sized Godzilla.
Just bring Cap Shield and you'll be able to deflect the atomic breath.
That was fairly specific.
That was the first thing that popped into my mind.
Alrighty.
Stay Puft Marshmallow.
Bob, shout out, returning from overseas deployment, stocks up. Your shout out is approved. All right, when is BB Wars? That's from Emilio Reyna. Please forgive me if I mispronounced your name. We've got a BB Wars game coming up on the East Coast this weekend on July 24th at Augusta Airsoft in Virginia. We also do have BB Wars Origins Airsoftology next weekend, July 30th and 31st, sponsored by Crytek at GamePod Combat Zone in Antioch, California. That's Northern California.
Oh yeah, they haven't been to GamePod in a while. They shifted some of the buildings around.
Oh really?
They did.
Oh, that's good.
So that, I mean, it's not too much, but they've shifted enough where certain strong points on the field have kind of shifted a little bit. But I think it's cool that they're able to actually do that because those buildings are not small.
Yes, Greg will be at GamePod Combat Zone. That's a question from our Facebook live stream for BB Wars Origins Airsoftology. That is a mouthful. When will the CZ805 be released? I don't have a definitive date I can tell you on there. What plate carriers do you use? Can I have a shout out? Evan Griffith, your shout out is approved. What plate carriers do you use?
It's kind of how I feel on that day and what camo, but there's quite a few. So
you've got a lot of gear setups.
I have a Cry JBC, which is really nice. I actually, when I was in the reserves and when I was active, that's what I used. Let's see, we have the LBX. The map is really nice. If you want something that's just quick and dirty, like fast, just throw it on. It's got the 3 mags in the front, or you put the assaulters panel on there. The LBX map is a pretty nice way to go. And for something like GamePod, where you want to be light and you want to be fast, but still have some kind of form protection, that's a really good way to go. If you want to go the more Milsim route, where you really want to carry a Hydro set or something like the LBX 300S or one of their other smaller plate carriers is a good option. What else do I have in my closet?
Well, I would like to point out that those gear setups are pretty expensive for an everyday airsofter, though. Aren't they like $200 or $300 a piece?
I mean, LBX does have that's the thing. LBX stuff is on average a little bit more affordable than what's out there.
I mean, how much would one of those gear setups cost?
I think it ranges between $190 to like $300. I think for.
I mean, it's really good gear. Don't get me wrong. It's great gear.
I mean, otherwise it's like what, $500 for like or $600 for something even higher level. It depends on your budget. It depends what you're going for. I mean, sometimes, when it's hot outside, I just go straight to a chest rig. That's typically what I run because all you really need is ammo, and if I need water, you're always gonna need water. But chest rig keeps you nice and light. But plate carrier wise, something simple and slick. I made the mistake when I was younger, carrying like 12 mags on my chest, and that was just way too much. Faster is better.
Yeah. If it were me, because I definitely am affordability minded and that I don't have a lot of extra money to spend, so I try and make it last where I can, I would suggest a Condor Mop C, a Condor Gunner plate carrier. Those are definitely going to run you a lot more affordable than most other vets are designed for real gunfights like the LBX, LBT stuff. I think like the Condor Gunner plate carrier is around $60.
Oh, that's one plate carrier I'm running is the LBT 6094 ATF Golf. It's a mouthful, but it's the ATF version. It's super small, but it's really nice. And it's got 2 inserts for mags here.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
So I carried 3, and then I got 2.
That's dope.
And then I've got the leg brake. Although I'm thinking about moving to running some mags in the belt to be faster.
Let's see. What team will Greg be on? He better be on Rebels. Greg will actually be on the Imperials.
Sorry.
Bob, have you gotten the TM AA12 yet? I have not, sadly.
Did you mess with the drum the other day?
Yeah. Dave Valencia came by and dropped off the.
Dave. He helped me film my Jurassic World video. Great.
Oh yeah? No, Dave's an awesome guy.
Dave is awesome. He's an awesome guy.
Abramson Kids, your shout out is approved. Let's see. What is your favorite camo and design, and can I get a shout out, please? Yes, your shout out is approved. My personal favorite camo would have to be ATAX, just because it looks just like the Rebel camouflage from Star Wars Return of the Jedi.
Yeah. You should totally do. I know. Well, the thing is, Rebels is always tan.
I know.
Have you done you should do a Gearhead video just once to do the Rebel woodland loadout.
No, I have done using
it
was like a year or two ago. Yeah.
Still, man, that'd be so cool. Have oh man, that would be badass.
What is your favorite camo, Greg?
Situation dictates, but I'm on a huge multicam tropic binge right now. I love the way Cryptek looks, but the vibrancy of the tropic green is just awesome. I really like it. Yeah, that would probably have to be my favorite. But like I said, situation dictates. I wear pretty much whatever suits the occasion.
All right, Dylan Halls is asking me to give the entire country of Canada a shout out. Canada, shout out approved. All right. Bob, I saw the video where he broke the M16, and it was so funny. If you actually slow that down or cut it or pause it in between frames, that gun actually breaks before it hits the wall because it was that crappily made.
Oh, it's just like starts falling out.
No, I throw it, and the barrel assembly comes off before it hits the wall.
It's like the momentum
it's so crappy.
Bob Force and B Force.
B Force. All right, let's see. Back to the tech department, helping with setting up a custom low-cost gun. Will they really do it for like around $150 to $200? Well, waffling around. And by the way, that's a good handle for your name. That's pretty cool. It depends on what you're looking for. It depends on the base gun you're starting your build off, along with accessories you're going to put on it. I mean, for $150, $200, it is going to be tough to get a lot of crazy stuff in there. And in fact, for that price range, I would suggest actually going with G4 or an FMG4 because it's essentially more or less a custom gun anyway. It's I believe most of them are combat machine based bodies, and then they put rail setups or other accessories on there, and there's a wide variety to choose from. So check out our G4 line or FMG4 line, or you can again give our customer service line a call, tell them the budget, tell them what you like done or what build you'd like to achieve, and they can work with you on that.
Some of those have our rails on them.
That is very true.
Centurion Arms.
All right. Yeah, I like the Centurion Arms rail. Those are pretty dope.
Yeah, Robo likes it too. He's actually kind of tossing it up between the Mega Wedge that we just came out with and the Centurion Arm because they've got very similar diameter. They're low diameter rail systems, but they're very rugged and like very well built, and they have a unique look too. So, but yeah, the Centurion one's really cool, and the rail panels actually work on the Crytek too.
I saw, isn't Robo Maria like on the M-Lock kick now? Like I thought
he's on the M-Lock kick. So like when I showed him the wedge lock rail, he was like, "Ooh, must have." And I was like, "This will make this happen."
Oh man. Okay. Batcrafter 56, your shout out is approved.
Huzzah!
Alrighty, let's see. I have a friend who doesn't have a lot of money, so just wondering. Yeah, absolutely waffling around. That's what I was suggesting. For that price range, I would definitely take a look at our G4 and FMG4 series, just because it'll give you a lot of options to look at within that price range.
Trying to build a custom gun with that budget with decent parts is kind of hard, but the G4 line is actually a really good base, and just launch from there.
All right. Airsoft in Puerto Rico is getting their shout out. Approved. Now, Greg, are you going to be? I assume you're going to be running this gun at BB Wars Origins Airsoft.
I'll have a couple different guns. I'm going to bring this gun. I mean, I always bring like 6 guns.
Yes,
I'm
you
like
do.
a one-man army, and I can always equip like a few other people. But I might try to get one of the guys from Ubisoft to come out and play too.
Actually, now that you're here, and if you're going to the game, we have some folks from our YouTube network that are going to be showing to play for the first time. I was actually going to ask. I was going to try and find someone who's experienced to run around with them. So would you be interested in doing that?
Sure, yeah.
Right.
They'd be on the Empire.
They are going to be on the Empire.
Stormtroopers.
They requested to be on the Empire.
Fast order.
Gosh. And Tim's going to be there too. He's not going to be necessarily commanding. Jonathan's going to take over that. Jonathan from Airsoftology.
He will be liaising his commander.
Yeah, well, Tim.
What's the word for
Liaising. He'll be the liaison. Yeah. No, Tim wants to be able to be there, have fun, play, but not have responsibility.
Slay bodies is what he wants to do.
Yes. All right.
Yeah, this will be one of the guns that I bring up.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. And it's too bad because I have had fun playing Airsoft with you in the past at games up there. There's like a cool portion.
Oh yeah, the Rebel Training Camp.
Yep.
That was a really good time.
Well, there's one set or piece of action that I think you've incorporated into your intro where I ran up and he was like, "Hey Greg, you want to do a medal run? Or do you want to just run at them?"
Yeah, just run.
And we just ran. And we were running and shooting the whole time. It felt really good because no one was able to hit us.
Yeah, I was like,
for no reason.
I was like, we're not dead. Keep shooting.
Yeah.
Then when we got to about once we got to the right about where their spawn area was, we just got hooked.
Oh yeah. I think we just turned one corner and like 20 dudes shot us, but it was worth it. It felt really cool.
I had my ERG CQB. It was awesome.
This is a question I haven't heard before. Bob, is rubbing out alcohol all right for cleaning your inner barrel / gun?
I always suggest using like the silicone that they give you. I mean, just a regular silicone is fine. But it's mainly just get the dirt out there get nice and clean. Nothing too crazy. You also don't want to stay wet either, because that's
No.
must be the trajectory you're used to.
Yeah, I mean, I am not at all the best person to ask for tech advice. I would assume that rubbing alcohol would not be the best idea, but I would go with Greg on
Just
this
stick
one.
with the tried and true.
Yeah, silicone
Stick
oil
with
is the
it.
best
It
bet.
works.
Silicone oil.
Keep it simple.
What do you guys think about the G&G CM16 SRXL? I've had a chance to use it. I think it's a very good
Which
gun for
one's
the price.
SRXL. There's so many CM16s. Which one is that?
Yeah, I believe it's their newest one with a cool stock with a battery compartment and the redesigned receiver. Excuse me.
I think I know which one you're talking about now.
Yeah, it's a very good gun. Excuse my yawning.
Yeah,
Okay.
They came out with quite a few
What
guns recently.
What do you think of an airsoft version of the PP2000? I think that'd be fun.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That would be some interesting engineering. It's funny. That gun looks a lot like... You know what gun it reminds me of? Of the Halo 2 SMG. Even more so than the MP7 does. Even though the MP7 is kind of what it was based on.
Yeah. Jonas Andresen, I love that you now ship to my country. We appreciate that. And for those of you out there that are watching this from outside the United States, we now ship all over the world except North Korea because they've been bad. So if you live in a country outside the United States, you want to buy from us, add whatever you want to your cart and hit that global checkout button. Our system will let you know of any duties, taxes, or fees you'll have to pay ahead of time so you're not surprised at the border. And also, if there's anything we can't send you because of any legal reasons or laws, we'll ask you to take it out of the cart. So it's a lot easier to buy overseas. Like back,
Region specific.
yes. I mean, back in the day, before Airsoft was really big in the United States, now order from overseas, there's no
Hope to
telling.
get it.
Yeah, you hope it gets in country. So
Bought that Marui. Hope it makes it here.
yeah, so
then it gets there in pieces. Or
Commando
not at all.
invert. Anyone MPX? Yes, I want an MPX. I desperately want an
MPX.
MPX. Yes. Oh my god. That's like right after the AA-12. That's the next gun I want.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
man. I see. That's in. That is in Battlefield Hardline. Oh man, I killed a lot of people with that gun.
Bob, will there ever be a BB Wars in Oregon? Yeah, we are actually looking at the Pacific Northwest, so that is a possibility. What's up, Rise Games? Good to see you here again. Bob, how to catch a Pokemon on the field without getting shot? Well, first and foremost, you want to work with a team. You want to have them covering the 360 or as much of the area as the enemy is in. You want to take cover, and you definitely want to access your phone in an area where you're hopefully not going to get shot at. I put a lot of thought into this.
Drop an incense.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, that's a good
unless
idea.
there's a
That's a good
Pokestop
idea.
nearby, you can't drop a lure.
No,
Hey,
no.
you guys should drop a bunch of incenses at the store.
No, we are working at making the store into a gym.
Ooh.
Yes.
Can you apply for that?
Yes.
What?
And we did. So hopefully that'll happen soon. I'll buy you an MPX.
Lures all day. Lures at GI all day.
Yeah, right? Actually, I really want to get the real firearm version of the MPX too. Like, oh god, that'd be so much
'cause
fun.
it's super modular, isn't it?
Well, it's like an MP5 style gun with AR controls.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. And I really like the Magwell. It's really
Who
awesome.
has the SIG license right now?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I'm guessing Cybergun.
Cybergun's got a lot of licenses.
Yeah, they have a lot of
Even
licenses.
Glock.
But this is a good question, Bob. What's your favorite flavor of Big League Chew? Mine is green apple. That is exactly my favorite too. So very well played. So great minds think alike, and then there's us. Bob, seeing you in a commercial recently made my day. Well, thank you, Andrew Anguiano. Please forgive me if I didn't say that correctly.
It was
I
funny.
appreciate that.
I was actually this girl that I'm dating right now. I was telling her because Taco Bell came up, and I was like, "Hey,
Oh, yeah.
I know a guy who's in a Taco Bell commercial."
That was very fun. That was
Upgrade.
yeah, fridge. Yeah, I was on a Taco Bell commercial a number of years ago, and it was actually an easy shoot day. And it's surprising how much money you can get paid for a commercial. Every time it airs, you get paid. So, but yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. I ate, I think, over north of 85 taquitos that day, and they had a spit bucket for me. And the first
because you had to.
I had to keep eating it for every take.
Part of the scene, yeah.
Yeah, but for the first 50, I was like, no, don't worry about the spit bucket. I'm just going to eat it because it was really tasty.
It's free food.
And
And
then
after a while, you're like,
after 50, I was like, okay. So, yeah, that was
things
a lot
you
of fun.
don't know about commercials.
It is. But yeah, I do have a creditcards.com commercial running right now on TV and the internet, as I hear they call it. Anyway, guys, we are actually getting near to the end of the live show. So I just want to reiterate a couple things. We've got our 2016 mystery patch package live right now. I believe there's less than 50 of those left. For $5, you're at least going to get a patch, or you could have a chance of winning something a whole lot more, like a $250, a $500, or even a $1,000 GI shopping spree. There's over $4,000 worth of GI gift cards in this patch package. So throw in $5, you're going to at least get a patch. If not that, you might get something a whole lot more.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
really good deal. Especially, well, it's just a lot of fun, especially if you want to like increase, your patch library, because we've been playing a while. Both of us have a lot of patches.
Oh god,
Yeah.
I've got way too many. Oh,
Too many. So yeah, that being said, we also have our Boneyard Mystery Box going live tomorrow at noon. If you want to try out teching on a variety of products or guns or external or internal parts, you should get on this Boneyard Mystery Box. It's going to be just a random grab bag or essentially grab box of stuff from our Boneyard, and you never know what you're going to get, but you could get something awesome or something you might want to use down the line or something you can tech with.
You could say it's like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get. All right. Also, we've got BB Wars games coming up this weekend. We've got BB Wars Battlefront Spider Hole at Augusta Airsoft on July 21st. That's in Virginia, and it's sponsored by Vulcan Airsoft. We also have the Great Battle Buddy Battle at D14 Airsoft this Sunday. Now, we're also having a gear up sale the day before at our location in Plano, Texas. So make sure to head on down to stop by and say hi to the guys at GI Tactical in Plano, Texas, and join them for that sale so you can get geared up for the game the next day. And also, at that Great Battle Buddy Battle, we are going to donate a portion of the proceeds to local law enforcement charities to help support the law enforcement community. And then the very next weekend, July 30th and 31st, both myself and Greg will be at BB Wars Origins Airsoftology. I'll be commanding the Rebel side. Jonathan Higgs from Airsoftology will be commanding the Imperial side. Tim from Chris USA will be there supporting Jonathan Higgs. And the event is sponsored by Crytek, which will be awesome. They'll have some great raffle prizes from Crytek. And if you get a ticket to BB Wars Origins Airsoftology, you will get a one-time use only coupon good for $50 off a Trident Mark II series. So essentially, if you get a ticket to the game and you want to get a Trident Mark II
huge
series,
discount.
yeah, you get.
Like-
It essentially pays for the game if you get a Trident Mark II series. So pretty awesome. And you could have a chance of winning Crytek gear or Crytek guns at the raffle itself. So pretty awesome. Also, that coupon code is good for 1 year from the date of the game. And even if you don't want to use it, like let's say you already have enough guns, but you got a friend that wants a Trident Mark II series, give him the coupon code, give him or her the coupon code, and they can save that money, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, that's going to be it for our live show today. Greg, thank you again for stopping by. Is there anything you want to plug before you head out?
Just keep an eye out for this bad boy. The MKM CQB edition will be coming out very, very soon.
Yeah, and also check out the wide variety of products PTS has to offer. I actually use a lot of their stuff. One of the most popular things, or one of the coolest things I've seen you guys come out with, are these vertical grips. This isn't the one, or
Yeah, the one that's long as the battery grip.
yes, the battery grip is so cool because for folks that have like a front wired gun, that allows you to hide it really well. But yeah, you got the stock, you've got the pistol grip, you've got the vertical grips, you've got the rails. The Unity mount is also really cool, so that's pretty awesome. And there's also the Atom slide.
It's basically like working at PTS is like working at like the Lego store. What gun do you want to build today?
So make sure to check out PTS on their social media, their Instagram, their Facebook, everything it has to offer. And check out Greg on YouTube, Spartan117GW. And make sure to stay tuned to all of Airsoft GI's social media for more giveaways and fun stuff soon to come. Bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye, Facebook.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, YouTube.
To infinity and beyond.
And bye-bye.